Hi guys, welcome back. So, today's a tough one. I'm going to be very honest. I did a little live on YouTube last week asking for some videos that you would like to see, and I got some pretty good feedback. Some I could go ahead and answer because we had already had those videos, and some aren't video necessary, but this was hard. Not gonna lie. Can't lie. This was hard. It was hard to decide, how do you pick a sponsor? How do you pick a sponsor? And so I'm going to preface this entire video with, this is my opinion. Okay, this is the way I would do things. This is, if I had to pick a new sponsor today, this is what I would look for. I have a sponsor, I don't need a new one, but this is me. This is what would be important to me. Now, I call it sponsor shopping. If you are shopping for a sponsor, I want you to do this yourself. I just had to spend like 20 minutes sitting here going, I have no idea. I had to sit down with myself and think, what would I look for in a sponsor? What would make me choose one person over another if I were sponsor shopping? And so I want you, if you are looking for a sponsor, if you have come across this video and you're thinking about joining Paparazzi, I want you to sit down with you and you two have a conversation about, what do we want in a sponsor? What is important to us? What is not important to us? What do we need? What type of language do we speak? And those sorts of things. So I've got just a few things that I came up with as I was thinking through this. So for me, again, my channel, my opinion, what I would choose in a sponsor is a work ethic. First and foremost, I would choose a work ethic. I am a worker. I am an Enneagram type 3. I will work until I die and then work a few more days. I like to work. I am type A. I believe that work is the key to a lot of things. And so I would prioritize work ethic. I want someone in the game. I want someone sling and bling. I want someone recruiting a team. I want someone who's ranking up. I want someone who knows how to grow a leader. That's what I would want, because I got into paparazzi going up. I got into paparazzi to make it a full-time job. I got into paparazzi to grow a huge team and become the top dog. That's why I joined the company. If you didn't join for that, that may not be a priority for you. But for me, that is absolutely a priority. I want a girl, guy, whatever, who is working their business. That is a top stinking priority for me, and that is why it's first on the list. I didn't even hesitate about work ethic. But another thing I would like close second, maybe even like tied for first, is their mindset. Are they petty? Are they catty? Are they dramatic? I can't handle that. I'm not going to hang with that. I'm not going to roll with that. I don't do that. What is their mindset? Are they growth minded? Are they putting in the time and the effort to grow themselves? Are they spending time learning? Are they attending workshops? Are they getting in on trainings everywhere? Are they investing their money to grow themselves? Again, this is me. This is what is important to me. I want a sponsor who's busy working on her mind and her heart and her soul and doesn't have time to be gossiping with anybody else. Mindset matters for me, and it is so tied to work ethic. It is not funny. You don't always have to work yourself to death, but you do have to work. You have to work on yourself. And as I've grown in paparazzi, I've come to understand that I don't have to work very hard at paparazzi. It's very simple and very easy. My hard work is right here, working on Ericka. We're going to do a video about that later. Hang tight, watch for that one. You'll find a video about that. But another top thing I would think about in a sponsor is inventory. We are an inventory-based company. And like I said, the first one was work ethic. She better be in it to win it. The way you prove you're in it to win it is inventory. Absolutely. Now, I'm not saying you have to have the biggest and best inventory, but you can't have 5 pieces. Unless you signed up yesterday and you sold it all. That's totally different story. That's totally different story there. But inventory matters. Inventory absolutely matters in our company. And looking at the size of someone's inventory shows to me, especially as an elite leader, the size of their dedication. If they're buying inventory, they're selling jewelry, they're making money, they're in this to win this. They are making this a business and not a hobby. And that was my next one. They've made this a business. Now remember, my reason for joining was to go big, to make this that dream direct sales that we've all had, that was my reason for joining. And so these are things that I've prioritized. You may have different priorities than me, and that's good. You probably should. Another way I would choose a sponsor is length of time in the business. Just being honest. There is something to be said for time. Now, if your sister just signed up and she is on fire and she's rolling and you want to get in on that train, jump. Get in on that train. Again, your priority is different than mine. Me, length of time in the business matters. It's a knowledge base that truly only comes by time. Length of time matters. I did not say rank because there was a time when I was stuck at a rank. I was at the executive director rank for 16 months. And I've been in the business forever. But I had the knowledge base, I had the skill level, I was growing my team even then through that waiting period. And so rank can be irrelevant. You can be, an elite consultant, not work in the business. There aren't any of them, but it can happen. It can happen. So rank is irrelevant. You could be a premier director who's been in the company for 3 years and your numbers just haven't lined up and you haven't worked enough on yourself in order to rank up. So I don't put much emphasis on rank. Rank's just a title. Rank does not show work ethic to me. Rank does not show a mindset to me. Rank does not show potential to me. Rank's just a title and it's arbitrary. My opinion, my channel. The next thing I would prioritize is excitement. Does she get up every day excited to work her business? Even on the bad days? Does she look forward to what she's doing? Is she excited? Can I read her Facebook page and know that she's excited and she's grateful and she's happy and she's loving what she's doing? Or is it painful and drudgery and all she's doing is complaining about because Susie Smith ain't paid her invoice yet? That's not about me. That's not what I'm about. I don't care about Susie Smith and her invoice. I'm going to take Susie's jewelry and sell it to somebody else. It's not my problem. So that is not, excitement and joy and happiness. That is on how I would pick a sponsor priority list. And then the last thing would be training. I'm a teacher, I'm an educator, and so training is a priority of mine. And I knew that walking in that I was going to be the leader who was training. You can hear my dog in the background. I was going to be the trainer. I knew that. And so I knew that was going to be a priority for me. So what kind of training are you looking for? What kind of trainer are you looking for? Are you looking for a teacher? Are you looking for a coach? Are you looking for someone hands off? Are you looking for someone to, sign you up and let you do your own thing? What are you looking for? That's going to determine the sponsor that you want. So I just scribbled just a few notes here. The first one is being a best friend with your sponsor is not required. I'm not best friends with my sponsor. We're friends, but we're not besties. We don't hang out on the weekends. She lives quite a few states away from me. It's not a requirement. We're good friends. We can have dinner. I can call her. We can have a quick chat. No big deal. But we're not best friends. And that is okay. I have other best friends. She has best friends. So you don't have to be best friends with your sponsor. And I've had quite a few people approach me and say, well, my best friend signed up, but. And that's okay too. You feel disloyal, and I understand that, and that is okay. At the end of the day, it is your choice. It is absolutely your choice. And that is what I tell everyone who talks to me about this. The choice is yours. And I know you want me to tell you to sign up with me or tell you to sign up with her. I'm not going to do either because it must be your free choice. The next thing I wrote down is to check on communication style. How do you communicate best? How do you like to communicate best? Me, millennial. Don't call me on the phone. Don't call me. I'm not going to answer. But if you text me, I'll text you right back. Most of the time. As long as it's not like after work hours or something. How do you like to communicate? Are you short and sweet and to the point? Because I am short and sweet and to the point, and a lot of people think I'm very rude, and I'm really not. I'm just very direct, very straightforward, very like, don't mince words. I don't have time to waste. Don't have words to waste. So what's your communication style? Check that out with your potential sponsor, because you're going to need your questions answered. You're going to need direction. You're going to need an uplift on a bad day. How does she communicate? And do you communicate well together? And that may just be a time thing. And so I touched on a minute ago about my sponsor lives states away from me. Your sponsor does not have to live in the same state as you at all. She just has to live somewhere in the US. We're just a US based company here in Paparazzi. So it can be anyone, anywhere. I have consultants from New York to Florida to California. We have consultants in Alaska, we have consultants in Hawaii, we have consultants in Puerto Rico, we have consultants in the Virgin Islands. It can be anyone, anywhere. Technology has opened the world to us. Go for it. And then the last thing that I want you to do, I really want you to sit down with this and do some homework. Some homework. Sorry. I want you to decide what makes a bad sponsor. Because sometimes it's really hard to decide what would make a good sponsor. Sometimes it's hard. That was hard for me. And so I flipped it on myself and I was like, well, what would make a bad sponsor? And I knew immediately, like the bad traits. And so I just turned them into what would be good for this video. So what would make a bad sponsor for you? What would indicate someone was a bad sponsor in your mind? Because you are going to be different from me, and we're going to be different from her, and we're going to be different from her. We're all different, and we all have different things that are a priority for us. And the beautiful thing is there's thousands of paparazzi consultants out there. You have options. You can pick who you want. So, if you're sponsor shopping, sit down, take 20 minutes, and think through what would be a bad sponsor. And then turn it over and say, okay, so if she sucks at communicating, I want a communicator. Or, if I don't need that much training and I'm cool with finding it on my own, I don't need like a high-level trainer. That kind of thing. So sit down with yourself. This comes from you and yourself. This is not going to come from anybody else but you.